Saturday starts match day 2 of the best of 3 series in MLS Cup playoffs. Some teams are going to be eliminated. That is for sure. We had a lot of good games there in match day 1, but let's jump into match day 2 predictions. First up, we have New York Red Bull versus FC Cincinnati. Cincinnati has been unbeaten in their last 5 away matches, where New York and Cincinnati haven't drawn their last 5 matches against each other. In match day 1, they're at TQL Stadium. Cincinnati won that match 3-0 over the Red Bull. And the last time that they played in New York, these two teams, Cincinnati did win that match 2-1 over the Red Bulls. With that being said, I think that Cincinnati are definitely the better team. I would really like to see the Red Bulls win this, but I think that FC Cincinnati get the job done. They go on the road, eliminate the Red Bulls, and they win this match 3-1 over the Red Bulls. So our second matchup there on Saturday, we have FC Dallas versus Seattle Sounders. Their first match was in Seattle. Seattle won 2-0 over Dallas. Some weird stats here. FC Dallas are unbeaten in their last 6 home games, but they haven't won in their last 5 home matches. So they have drawn a lot. And then on the other hand, Seattle Sounders haven't lost in 10 matches, and they're unbeaten in their last 6 away matches. I don't know how I feel about this one. Again, these two teams to me play a very boring style football. The last time that they played in Dallas, it was a 1-1 draw. These teams draw against each other a good bit, and they're low scoring. And I think this is one of few games that will actually go to a game 3. I think that FC Dallas win this match at home 1-0 over Seattle Sounders. That leads us into Sunday's first matchup. That is Sporting Kansas City versus St. Louis City. The last match was a surprise for a lot of people. I feel like Sporting Kansas City went into City Park and won that match 4-1. They got their revenge because the match before that in St. Louis won the match 4-1. So they got back at each other there. And these two teams have played against each other 4 times, no draws, and they split the series 2-2. So we have a huge rivalry starting to happen here. St. Louis, I want to say, go on the road here and win this to force a match day 3. St. Louis has lost their last 3 matches, 2 of them at home, 1 of them on the road, and that road game was against Vancouver Whitecaps, and Vancouver won 3-0. Sporting Kansas City has turned on since decision day, and even right before decision day to even make the playoffs. I really want to go with St. Louis here. I want to say that St. Louis wins 2-1, but I think we have our first big upset in the playoffs, and I think Sporting Kansas City get the job done at home 2-1 over St. Louis City. Our second match there on Sunday, we have Vancouver Whitecaps versus LAFC. LA dominated Vancouver in their first match 5-2 over the Whitecaps there in LA. LAFC are unbeaten in their last 4 away matches, and they haven't kept a clean sheet, though, in 5. So that gives Vancouver a little bit of life. This is going to be a good game. The last time that they played in Vancouver, it was a 1-1 draw, but we are talking about playoffs here. LAFC are definitely the better side. They have better players, in my opinion, than what Vancouver have. And here I actually think that we have another elimination, and I think the LAFC go on the road here and win this match 3-0 over Vancouver Whitecaps. So our lone game there on Monday, we have Real Salt Lake versus Houston Dynamo. The last match in match day 1, Houston won that match 2-1 over Real Salt Lake. The last time that they played in Real Salt Lake, Houston won that match 3-0. Houston haven't lost in their last 6 matches, and they have won the last 3 matches against Real Salt Lake. And here is another elimination. I think that Houston are too good of a team this season. They have proven themselves on the road and at home, and that's something that, teams haven't really done this year. Like they do really good at home, but not good away. But you have Real Salt Lake that do good away also. But I think that Houston win this matchup 3-2 on the road. Our first match on Tuesday, we have Atlanta United versus Columbus Crew. This match, Columbus won. The first match, Columbus won 2-0 over Atlanta. They held Atlanta United to one shot for the whole game. As a United fan, I'm not very pleased with their performance there at Lower.com Field. The last time that they played at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, it was a 1-1 draw. Atlanta's not good at keeping clean sheets. They haven't kept one in 9 matches. And then Columbus Crew haven't lost a match in their last 7. It hurts my heart to say this, but I think Atlanta get eliminated. Columbus just, they have looked too good. Yes, we get Almada back for Atlanta United. And I would love, love, love to see Atlanta force a match day 3. But I think that Columbus go on the road, get the job done, and they win this match 2-1 over Atlanta United. That brings us to the second match there on Tuesday. We have Nashville SC versus Orlando City. The last match in match day 1, Orlando City won only 1-0 despite having a lot of shots on Nashville. Nashville didn't look great. They kind of set back. They haven't scored in their last 2 matches. Orlando haven't lost in their last 6. And the last time that they played in Nashville, Orlando won that match 1-0. That was back on October 4th. This is when I think we're going to get a game. We're going to get a match day 3. And Nashville are pretty good at home at Geodis Park. And Orlando are a very strong side. But I think Nashville catch them off guard and get a very close win on this one. And I think we only see one goal in the match, and I think that Nashville win this match 1-0 over Orlando City. That leads us to our last match of match day 2. We have the New England Revs versus Philadelphia Union. They are at Gillette Stadium. Match day 1, Philadelphia won that match 3-1. And from what I hear, I did not get to watch the game. Philadelphia Union dominated. And that's what they do at Subaru Park in the playoffs. They just dominate. The Revs haven't kept a clean sheet in their last 10 matches. The last time that they played in Gillette Stadium was back just a few weeks ago, October 21st. Revs won that match 2-1 there at Gillette Stadium. And I think that that score is repeated here. This is one of the only other matches that I think go to a match day 3. These two teams are very similar in consistency and how good they are at home. So I think that that score is going to repeat itself here, and I think that the Revs win 2-1 over Philadelphia Union. So that is it. Please tell me down below what your predictions are for this match day 2. We have a lineup of live streams for these matches, so if you can, stop by, say hello, give the video a thumbs up. And we will see you on Sunday for Sporting Kansas City versus St. Louis City for our first watch along on match day 2 for the best of 3.